Hey Mike, what's your favorite like slur for therapists?
The rapist.
Oh Jesus. I should have seen that one coming.
Gosh, you're in trouble.
I should have seen that one coming.
Rule the day.
So I need to get your input on something. I came up with an idea for a prank, and when I say I came up with, I mean I came up with this a long time ago, and I want to know, because you studied psychology, I want to know what kind of long-lasting effect this would have on a person.
Okay.
Okay. So basically,
There's cats everywhere.
there's cats everywhere. They're living together. Basically, what I came up with. This was also based loosely off of an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Of course it was.
So basically, I'll just put a term. I'll just put a name. Let's say some random name I'm picking out of a hat. Let's just say I've been friends with some guy named Zach.
D'Artagnan.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
So
Zach.
we'll go with D'Artagnan. Okay. So I've been friends with D'Artagnan for a long time. You know, we've had a lot of laughs. We've had a lot of guffaws together.
Kafaz.
You know, we've shared some hilarious times. So here's what I'm gonna. Let me just paint the picture for
Quite the
what
musketeers
this,
you guys
yes,
are. Okay.
for what this prank is gonna be. So I rent a warehouse, a
Okay.
big empty warehouse.
You rent it, huh?
I build a very, very, very elaborate set.
Wow.
That is a padded room.
How much money would that cost you to rent it?
Money is irrelevant at this point.
Would you have to lease it for like 6 months at a time?
It would
or a
probably.
year?
I would need to lease it for about 6 months to get this. prank. It's
a long.
It's a long play.
Oh wow.
I love Andy Kaufman. So where do you think
All
this comes
right.
from? Okay,
Slow burn.
so the set consists of a padded room, like
Okay.
you know the deep psych ward type of thing for the patients or whatever.
Oh.
That has a bed that has straps on it.
So you're building up an asylum scene?
Yes, but the door for the padded room.
You're
has
redoing
a long
Cuckoo's Nest?
kind of.
Okay.
The door in front of the thing has a small window that all you can see is a long hallway, but you can't see to the end on either side because of the visibility.
That's the only window.
Yes, the only window, right?
Okay.
And so that's what the set is. Now, so what I would do is I would invite my friend D'Artagnan over, and I'd be like, bro, we're gonna hang out just like old times when we were in college, you know, just me and you playing video games, you know, having a few drinks, watching some movies, just laughing, just you know, reconnecting, like, and just like old friends.
Play some
right?
Dreamcast?
Yes, play some Dreamcast. We'll get to that later. So D'Artagnan comes over, right, and we're having a good time, we're having a few drinks, whatever, blah blah blah. I slip him a roofie.
Whoa, where is this going?
Hold on. I know what you're thinking.
What?
I know what you're thinking, and it has nothing to do with what you said at the beginning of this.
Okay. Sure.
So I slip him the roofie, right? So he passes out, right? D'Artagnan passes out, and that's when, bam, everybody that I've gotten who's going to be in on this prank, which is all of our mutual friends,
All the musketeers?
all of his family, all of my family, all of his girlfriend's friends and family. Everybody's in on this prank, right?
It's elaborate.
Yes. So
Did you have to pay them?
I think I would hope that I wouldn't have to. Anyway, so this is when we all go to work, right? So
Okay.
we take D'Artagnan and we go to the set.
You bammed him. Yeah.
We go to the set,
You roofied
right?
and
So
bammed
he's still
him.
passed out, right?
Yeah,
So
he's passed out.
so what we do is we put a straitjacket on him, and we
Okay.
get like the asylum inmate.
So you have to get him naked
pants,
first, and then
right?
you have to
Well, his girlfriend does that.
Oh, okay.
So he has this straitjacket on. He's got he's in the electric green gripper socks, and he's in the whatever.
Yeah.
And so then he wakes up the next morning, right? And he's in a straitjacket, and he's in whatever. But here's where the elaborateness of this prank sets in. So we
Okay.
have somebody who is one of my friends who he may or may who he won't remember at first glance, right? Just dressed up as an orderly with like a cart of like food or whatever, and like standing there waiting until D'Artagnan wakes up the next morning.
Okay.
And so as soon as they see him stirring, they just start like setting it on the tray next to the bed, and they see it and they go, and they just run out of the room screaming, "Doctor, he's lucid!" And
He's lucid.
Exactly. So then we have someone who is someone very close to him come in who is the doctor. You know, an older, influential figure who's playing the doctor, dressed up as the doctor. And
Somebody he knows?
Somebody he knows who's very close to him. And he goes, let's just say, Jared, what the hell is going on? What is going on? He goes, you remember my name, Jared? He goes, of course, you're my uncle. He goes, no. I'm your doctor, remember? And that basically, for you keep this going so that all of the people that walk by in the window are people that he knows, and he's trying to think wait, so what's going on? And so essentially what you do is you keep him there long enough so that he actually starts questioning his reality and goes, you know what? I can't believe that I was this delusional for this long. And then when she goes, all right, I think it's time. You can finally, we can finally take you out of your room, go for a walk or whatever. So the doctor comes back in, they got the jacket off of him. He's taking him for a walk. He goes down the hallway, around the corner, and in the warehouse is set up all these tables and chairs with decorations and punch and pretzels and whatever, and a full bar, and they're just like, gotcha! And so he's like, what? Kind of like the end of the game, you know?
What is this? It's your birthday present.
At the end of the game,
that'll be the best part. Now here is where the prank really kicks off, right?
Oh, I mean, that was just the beginning?
That's setup? That's just setup.
Oh my god.
So then after this, he's finally like, oh my god, you guys, that's such a dick move, whatever, but I thought I was going crazy. I'm so glad I'm not. I'm so glad, I wasn't actually going crazy. And then yeah. So then he goes
Is this
home.
6 months into it?
However long it takes.
Okay.
However long it takes to break him. So what you do from there is, on that night of the party, right, he goes home or whatever, and so his girlfriend takes him home. He's probably pissed at her. They might break up. Who knows? He's probably just glad to be back. On that night, before he's about to go to bed, we roofie him again.
Oh god.
And then he goes to sleep, and the next night, bam, back in the straitjacket, back in the fucking room, and we go through that process a second time. And then when he comes out for the gotcha moment, whatever, we leave him alone. Never touch him again after that. It's life back to normal.
That's it.
How much do you think that would be psychologically damaging to a person? Do you think they would probably end up killing themselves because they can't tell if it's actually real, and if they're waiting for they're just waiting to wake up in the straitjacket?
Yeah, I mean, the first time might be damage enough. A second time might do them in pretty well.
Is this your expert opinion?
That's expert opinion. Is he would be on suicide watch for the rest of his life.
If it's just the first time, do you think that would be enough where they would just be like, I hate you all, you're jerks, and they would just be, but they would be able to recover, right? Depending on the strength of the will, obviously, but
strength
the
of the
average
will,
person.
Yes, if they're a Green Lantern, they might be able to overcome this whole scenario.
They wouldn't buy it. If it was Hal Jordan, he wouldn't buy it.
No, he wouldn't. His will's too strong.
I think it's the second time that's really the clincher on that, is because if it happens again,
well,
because
I mean,
rule of threes, right? They're gonna continually wonder when they're gonna wake up the third time. That's when it gets reinforced.
That's well, I mean, then you would have to do it a third time. But I think that he would probably kill himself the second time.
After the second time, you think he would off himself?
Yeah, he'd probably be trying to figure out how to kill himself while he was in the room the second time.
You don't think it would be a moment of someone coming to grips with the fact that they have a mental instability and them wanting to get better?
I think... Alright, well first...
Not that they do, but...
Not that they do. Not that you're going to allow them to. But here's the thing, is first of all, if you got all the actors to play their role...
Orderlies and nurses
religiously,
and
and to do it a second time... That's amazing. That's brilliant.
But all things considered, let's say that you're able to do that, right? Like, if you were gonna, what's the most harmful prank you've ever thought of? Not physically harmful, but like psychologically harmful.
The most psychological one?
Yeah. I'm not even. It could be, I don't know. You put saran wrap on the
Something
toilet,
that.
just, you know.
My sister used to. I never thought of anything myself. First, let's just be frank about that. I don't know.
You're
My
the
brain.
benevolent one in the family.
My brain does not work that way, apparently. Pranks. I mean, you know my pranks. They're very harmless.
Yeah, switching chairs.
Yes. It's a little psychological unease.
Is that because you studied psychology and you know how easy it is to damage someone's brain?
Yeah, well, I just like to play with people a little bit. I don't like to go full hog with it because it could be detrimental.
So you're like the fly that likes to land on the cow's ass, where I'm the cat that likes to play with their food.
Sure. More.
Mike's the yin, I'm the yang,
Yeah,
everybody.
the yin and the yang. My sister, let's just put it this way. My sister used to pretend that she would flush my toys down the toilet.
Oh God,
That was pretty
that's
critical.
a pretty good one.
That's a pretty good one.
That's-
She would grab my toys while I was playing with them, run into the bathroom, lock the door, and then flush the toilet.
I mean, I want to say
pretty-
that I've
that was
never
pretty
done
tormenting.
something like that, but I've probably done something like that at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I find it much more amusing to look at people stupefied or wondering what the hell's going on, and like.
But isn't
Unexplained.
this whole psychiatric ward prank the epitome of people stupefied wondering what's going on?
Yes, but also completely damaging and irreversible.
Let's say, what if I did it to one of my enemies?
Well, that would be like a war crime.
A war crime.
Yeah, that would be a form of torture, I would believe.
Well, what if this is like the kind of dude who goes and skins cats in the backyard?
Well, then you probably should bring him to a real asylum.
That's a good point.
You probably should roofie him and straitjacket and go right to the psychiatric ward.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So hey,
Let's not forget that he's wearing a Crystal Lake T-shirt that has got Jason on it right now.
it's completely insignificant. Why don't you finish that beer?